All right, guys, so let's talk you guys through how to be a weirdo who plays StarCraft with the core. So let's talk a little bit about how I do my setup. We can just play a game against like an AI here for a few minutes and talk you guys through exactly how I set my keyboard up and the weird little habits that I have. Someone was asking for some Zerg gameplay. All right, I'll cue a Zerg game after this as well. Sorry, guys. It random spawned me only as Protoss and Terran. I haven't played any Zerg yet, have I? Yeah. My man. My man. You needed 2 separate dongles? Can't you just use Bluetooth, Soulcat? Because what do you guys use for wireless mice and keyboards? Bluetooth? Because I always figured Bluetooth would be the thing that most people use. I still wire pretty much everything that I use. Yeah. Is it a half keyboard? 10 keyless. I can't seem to find that on Amazon. If you just type !affiliate, there's a link just above you in the chat. Oh. What? I thought this was an affiliate link. Oh, I guess that's anything you... I thought this was a link to the keyboard. Dot, what is this? What is this? I thought this was a link to the keyboard. What the hell? Dot literally like rolls out of bed just to put a troll link up. Now, keep in mind, that will do anything. But yeah, if you just search K70 Pro TKL, it should come up. TKL is the 10 keyless one. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a Pro TKL. Any of these, this is it right here. Yeah. Yeah, notice it comes pre-lubed as well. I left that link in ages. I didn't click on it. I just assumed you put a link to the thing, Dot. But yeah, basically, if you search for something after clicking our link, anything for the next 24 hours will give us commission. That's the way Amazon affiliate links work. So if you want to buy it off Amazon, go for it. You can always buy it anywhere else, though. Local store, whatever. Yeah, TKL means 10 keyless. It means there's no numpad. Which I don't like. I don't like so I don't like the keyboards that are like 65% or whatever as much. And the reason I don't like those is because that actually ends up squishing the keys, and sometimes you lose like your F keys and stuff. Whereas this is like the right mix of, you know, smooth and everything you need. So anyway, let's talk you guys through how I use the keyboard. So I rest on JIOP. And I have a whole bunch of nifty things set up just as part of the core, which are, you know, somewhat default in there. So, how am I doing things? Notice how, check this out. We have got our hatchery. So, control group is this little application button down here, this list button. I can make this really big, actually. We can make this really big. Just while I'm showing you guys this. So basically, this little list button here, which is the button next to control. It can be called list or function or application. It's basically a little document with some rows on it. That's for me, control, right? So I'm gonna make a group, do this. Actually, sorry, it's shift. It's shift for me. So I have it bound to shift. So I will use it to control group things a lot of the time, as well as to shift click my units around. Now, if I wanna make a camera location, right? So let's go. I can add my hatchery to hotkey. So it's on number 1. If I double tap number 1, which for me is O, double tap O, jumps there, so it's centered. And we're gonna go Control plus Shift J for camera location 1. Now, if I click somewhere else in the minimap, all I need to do to jump back, I can't press J, doesn't do anything. But if I go Control J, it'll jump me back to the main base. Okay? And that's what I do for all of my bases. So there we go, Control Shift I, Control Shift O, Control Shift P for my 5th, and then I do Control Shift L for my 5th base, and my rally point, my 6th camera location, is the semicolon, which I'll put in front of my hatchery. And then if I want to jump through, I just go, hold down that control, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So notice the only time my fingers need to move for my camera locations is these two middle fingers just move down one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can just see how freaking clean that is. So this is what I really love. And the great thing about this keyboard is everything's compact. The reason I've always loved the K70 layout is the keys are right up there. What if I want to select all army? Well, I don't actually have an army right now, but my army key is on F7. And that is the furthest I reach from my keyboard. I go, doo-doo, and I'll press that to jump to my army. So let's go around now. Let's build some hatcheries in this game. That last one was misplaced. So we're just, oh, wrong one. This guy. Get that. Keep building some guys, take some gas. And whenever I take a hatchery, I add to control group using shift. That's weird, actually, because shouldn't shift... This is so funny. I do it without even thinking about it. Shouldn't shift... Oh, that's so... Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, so the way it works... Because I have the function of my keys swapped around. Right. So this actually... Yeah, so shift works as control and list works as shift. Right. Or actually the other way around. But that doesn't change the way queuing commands will always be on whatever your shift command is. But if you look in my control groups, check this out. I'll show you guys. This is actually like so funky. I would never have thought to do this on my own. This is the... Notice we've got create control group is just shift. Whereas normally that's on control. And add to control group and take away units is on control. But then what those buttons are on my keyboard are swapped. It is an absolute brain blender. Thinking about how this works. It's so funny. This is why I always think, like, if I went back in time and tried to be like a world champion of StarCraft in the first year it came out, would I even be able to recreate my hotkey setup? Do I even remember how it works well enough? It would take me like so many hours to try and remember how to make it work. Anyways, there's also other really good things that you can do. So notice if I hover over my lava key, guys, PJ, semicolon, why are all those buttons select lava? And the reason is those are all the buttons that build my units. So if I want to build Zerglings, I can select lava with P, but I can also keep holding P down to build Zerglings. So for a lot of you guys are probably still out there using some version of standard hotkeys. For me, I don't have to go select lava, build drone. I just go hold down the J key and it builds drones. Or I select the hatcheries and hold down the P key and it builds Zerglings. And this is why it makes everything super, super smooth. So it allows me to build that. And you might be wondering, how do you set that up? If you guys really want to make the maximum use of your keyboard, you do need to open a text file. So once you have a hotkey profile made and modified, it'll show up in your menus. And we can show you guys how to do that right now, actually. So if you guys want to get super omega nerdy, you want to open up your file explorer. Let's go to Documents, StarCraft 2, and you're going to want to find your account. Now, if you have 4,000 accounts like me, it's going to be a little bit harder, but I'm pretty sure this is this one. Anyway, we can just, you have to go Accounts, click the number. If you've only logged in on one account, it's a bit easier. And you're going to go Hotkeys. And you're going to go, okay, here's my hotkey profile. Cool. And then you can go in. Actually, wait a second. Don't you need to edit the variables file? Am I getting confused about... Sorry, is it in your hotkeys folder or is it in your variables folder? Is variables.txt might be in a different position. I haven't edited this in a long time. Let's go take a look. So let's open in Notepad. I'm pretty sure choose AI. Okay, maybe it's not in hotkeys. Maybe it's your variables folder. Because it should be choose AI or ability target is the name of the thing you want to change to add. Oh, actually, no, that's for rapid fire. Sorry, this is just for regular ones. Oh yeah, you just add stuff. Okay, now I remember. Okay, so basically, if we want to build, what was the example? Zergling, right? So we can go Control F, Zergling. Okay. So we've got Baneling Zergling. No, not that one. Build Zerg. Really? All right. Respawn Zergling Hatchery, Respawn Zergling Hive, Swarm Queen Zergling. But essentially you can go through, find the command, and then you just add like a ton of different alternates to it. So first thing you do is you go into your hotkeys for build drone. Or no, not for build drone, sorry, for select lava. This one. So you need to add a single alternate so that it shows up with the alternate commands, and then you basically just edit more ones in there. And it's really, really nice. If you guys ever want to go deep on this, the best thing to do is to sign up for the core. Or not sign up for it, but join the core Discord and talk to the hotkey nerds in there and go install it. But this is really, really huge as a Zerg player. Being able to have everything bound on the same keys, it's just so nice. It just saves you so much time. And I'm pretty sure most Zergs do it these days, all the top Zergs. But I do wonder, because like I'm not sure if guys like Dark would have ever swapped away from a standard hotkey setup. Just because like a lot of the older guys who've been playing for a long time, especially in the non-English speaking scenes, they just don't, they're not as exposed to this stuff, so they don't always have the same little refinements and things, which I know like Roddy would be like, oh, this is against the thing, but this is great. So other than that, what are some of the other perks of my setup? Rapid fires on like every key as well. I don't use it very much, but if we were to start spreading lots and lots of creep tumors, all right, we're gonna make some Zerglings, by the way, to attack. Oh, control group stealing I use by default, guys. So I always, if I want to put this guy on a different control group, so I'm going to dump him out onto my 0 key. Notice he's removed from that key, so he doesn't move with it. So there's a few ways we can scout. We can go move there, deselect, move there, deselect, move there, deselect, move there, deselect, move there, deselect. Recontrol group, bring it back. Very nice. Or we can just grab a few guys, dump them, and just spread them out all over the map, however the hell we want. And you can see they're separated because I grabbed my main army group and they still move around just fine. Alright, so like I said, if we have a lot of creep tumors, we're going to wait for those to spread. Normally you'll see me manually going button press, button press, button press, but there are times where it can be nice to use rapid fire. Like even there, if I have a lot of energy held up, I can just hold down spawn lava, hold it over the hatchery, it'll spam. I do not need to click. My mouse hand can be off. Likewise here, guys. Mouse hand away. Well, actually, I need to move my mouse away. I need to move the mouse around because otherwise it gets blocked. But I'm not going to be clicking at all. All I need to do is hold down that spawn creep tumor and wave my mouse like a magic wand. And this is rapid fire. And you can see just how quick that is. Now, obviously, I've also got my repeat rate on my keyboard is much faster. The delay is much less. I've gone into my Windows registry to change that. And that is how you get a keyboard that's so responsive as well. So all these settings combined are really good. And I would love to, in the future, test out these Hall switches and see exactly how much we can customize these magnetic keys and see if we could use those to make things a little bit more responsive or this or that. But right now, feels pretty damn good. Really enjoying it. And yeah. So you can see we just wave our mouse around like a magic wand. No clicking required. I have a question. Why do you use the keys closer to the enter key rather than QWERTY? I don't know. I think Jack Attack, when he set up the core and the other guys, they basically looked at it and said you can reach more different keys over here easier, and it's a little bit more ergonomic, apparently. Apparently they said, look, playing on a slight angle, because your hand's out to your left, is just going to be a bit more ergonomic. You've got more keys underneath you. So, and it lets your thumb use these modifiers so you're not trying to stretch your pinky out there, which is pointed out from NoPix, which is probably the main thing, which makes it much easier. Because that thumb, working these 3 modifiers, is really, really easy. It did take me a little bit to get used to, obviously. If you're used to using a keyboard normally, it does take a little bit. But yeah, you can use a lot of Omega Nerd setups. Now, obviously, you don't need necessarily a special keyboard to use the core, but it does just help to have a good gaming keyboard. So big thanks to Corsair for sponsoring today's stream and for showing us, letting us show off their piece of hardware. Like I said, I've been using different Corsair keyboards for a long time, about 7 years now, I would say. Admittedly, who knows, maybe if other people gave me more free keyboards, I would have tried them more. But I've had other peripheral sponsors, and I don't think I've ever stuck with them anywhere near as long as I have with the hardware I've got from Corsair, either from it breaking or just getting other better gear. I saw a picture with a heat map of the keys people feel comfortable using in Warcraft 3. Setting, keybinds, etc. It's basically starting from QAZ, about 5 keys towards the right. Yeah, no one feels comfortable going beyond that. Absolutely, Gigas.
Serve the hive.